cavecrewradio.com. Hot topics, pop culture, weird news, and all the latest from around the globe.
Mother, this is freaking me out.
I want to speak to the manager.
Oh dear, this won't end well.
Things are getting really weird in here. Attention, the bar is now open. Welcome, cave dwellers. You have entered the wonderful world of weird.
You're listening to Choo Choo
We got
Stew,
listeners.
The Big B and DK, only on Cave Crew Radio.
Wonderful, weird world of fucking weird indeed. We have listeners. We are live. They're fluctuating out there. I'm sure they're scrambling to get us on their big screens and whatever.
Well, I have breaking news.
Breaking news.
Amanda says, no, we're not on Facebook.
Yeah, we are. I can see it. Tell her to go to the refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, Short Sigh is here.
We now interrupt.
See, we're there.
Regularly scheduled boredom.
How do I stop this?
No, we're not on.
We are. I can see it. Tell her to go to the. Yeah, we are.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now
they need to refresh.
Gotcha. Okay.
There they are. They're all back. Say hi. Say hi in comments. This is going to work no matter what, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very big show. We will not give in. We will continue to fight. The Democrats are trying to get against us. There's people jumping in, jumping out. If you're in chat, please stay high. Let us know you're here. In 6 minutes, we're going to go live.
The whiskey.
By the way, speaking of Be Live and all the trouble we've been having over the past few weeks, we have been recognized by them. You're drinking already. You're not even on screen.
With the crap we've gone through with fucking Be Live over the past 3 weeks, and this week starts again. I don't know if anybody's on because there's nothing popping up on chat.
No,
it says error occurred.
There's viewers out there. I can see them.
Well, none of them are saying hi. So until they say hi, I don't believe you.
They did. We discussed them.
Well, until they say hi, I don't believe you.
There, Amanda is there. She said hi.
Well, not in the chat. I don't see.
There, look on your screen.
I am looking on my screen. It's blank.
You can't see hey?
No.
You can't see Short Sigh?
No. I see nothing.
You're in the wrong room. You need to refresh.
How am I in the right? Hold on. Well, that means I'm going to go out. So let me.
I'm going to Short Sigh saying oi oi, and I've got Amanda saying hey.
Well, you know what? I'm taking a picture of my screen.
Oh, no, just leave and come back, for fuck's sake, so we can do a show.
Jesus Christ.
And take another drink while you're waiting.
Now my thing is frozen.
I'm showing you. Short Sigh is saying oi, oi, and Amanda is saying hey. We're there, but Big B can't see you. This is going to be a wonderful night. Hang on. Big B left me. All right. Now Big B is back. Hang on, folks. There's Big B again. Now, can you see this?
All right. Now I see Amanda saying hey and Short Sigh saying oi, oi.
Okay. So you're happy now.
For now.
It's 4 minutes. I wanted to tell you something. Be Live actually recognized us. Okay. You know those little videos you like? The ones I put on TikTok,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
on Cave Crew Radio TikTok, I share them to Twitter.
Sure.
And then I do the 2-minute, they're about 30 seconds. And then we do the 2-minute ones that we put on Twitter and Instagram.
Right.
And I know, hey, look, hey, someone else saying, please say hi to Big B. He's having a nervous breakdown. He is drinking from the bottle.
Already.
Don't jinx us, Amanda, for fuck's sakes. It's going to work. We know it's going to work. Anyway, those videos we do.
Mhm.
Someone posted, do you ever use the Be Live editor? And people are going, I don't know what other kind of shows are on Be Live, but they're, oh no, I don't know what that. I just said, yeah, we use it. And they looked up our shit.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if we're going to get anything free or we're going to get sponsored or anything like that, but they came back and they said, oh my God, can we use this? And I, being the guy I am, trying to be positive while you're falling apart, I said, sure. And once I entered that, I said, well, wait a minute. This is definitely not safe for work.
Right. Right. Not for the children.
I have a feeling all the other shows are like selling makeup and you know, doing fortunes and telling people how to feel better about themselves. And I'm going to find a self-help show just for you after all this shit.
Well, I see on Facebook the Be Live group, and I generally don't pay much attention to it, but I see some people who post their shows, and not one of them is as vile or as awful as we are.
Right.
It's generally like, I have a business show, and I'd like to talk about the trending views of, whatever.
I think anyone that had a show like us back in the All Radio X days just kind of packed it up and said, oh, it's never going to work.
Right.
And you and I kept going.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Maybe what's going on right now is we're like Trump. Maybe Zuckerberg and whoever runs YouTube are like, we've got to mute these fuckers.
It could be. Because anything they don't like, they will mute and try to control. So it's very possible that they're not a fan.
Anyway, Be Live loves what we're doing until they watch a few videos.
Short Size says, vile and awful. That's the promotion tagline. Thank you, Short Size.
There's one to write down. Vile and awful.
Vile and awful. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I take that as a compliment. Only a minute ago, I'm not sure if I'm accurate or not, because this didn't come from Short Side. This came from Rumors, who I think is his wife. I think he just had a baby.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I think. I hope it's his.
Well, it better not be the mailman's.
Well, if it's not his, we're about to lose another listener.
What has Stu been doing? Wait a minute. He did retire recently.
Yeah. But you're gonna love tonight.
I can't wait.
You're gonna love tonight. The Book of Choo Choo Stew, ladies and gentlemen. A major summer announcement. We have to go back on what we were talking about, Choo Choo Mania. We got our epicenters. We got a Big B editorial. We've got so much to do. I say we go into the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the show's still working. No, I have faith tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We all have to believe. If Amanda could click her heels 3 times for us. What Dorothy? Remember Dorothy? Yeah. Remember Dorothy was
yes, of course, the Yellow Brick Road.
No place like home. There's no place like the cave. There's no place like the cave. All right, kids, we're in great moods. We're ready to start. Hang in there. Here we go.
Air traffic control, bring in New York.
Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Things are starting to get weird in here.
Really, really weird.
It's the Big B and DK on Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio.
Listen to us now at cavecrewradio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clement, what else are you going to do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power play goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Nobody touch anything. It's working. My name is DK, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here. I am in my cave in Ontario, Canada, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are live on Cave Crew Radio. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And if it goes to shit again, we are available wherever podcasts can be found. But I have faith. I have faith. But I don't want to waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a great show ahead. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned, a lot of updates and information, and epicenters of all sort. I'm not going to get into any of mine at this direct minute because I'm definitely afraid that at any time my co-host may pass out. Because you have not seen him. He's been drinking directly from the bottle since 7:45. Yeah, that was full. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my co-host is the Duke of Urine Stench Alley, as knighted by the Queen of England, the now single Queen of England. He is the president-elect, and he is always the epicenter of something from Queens, New York, BB. Well, you can still talk.
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, the chat, it's full.
Are we sure?
Look at these chats. Oi, oi, hey, hello, hello. Jason, it's working tonight so far.
Hello. Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am Sir Big B, your president-elect of the United States of America. And as always, I'm the epicenter of something. This week, I am the epicenter of all things calculus.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen. Calculus.
how are you going to speak calculus after you have been drinking straight liquor for 20 minutes?
Well, this ties into calculus. Let me tell you.
Does it make calculus more understandable? Is it like LSD?
Oh my God! So I did some before I get into my story. I did some research, and did you know that calculus was invented by Sir Isaac Newton back in 1664 when he was in isolation, as we call it today, lockdown, because of the plague that was going around back in the 1600s. I think it was the Black Plague, the bubonic plague, something.
Are you telling me you're going to announce a cure right here on the show tonight?
No.
Oh.
But anyway, so while everybody's pondering this current pandemic and what you've done in the past year while in lockdown, just know that Sir Isaac Newton invented calculus while he was in lockdown. How does that relate to me? So I am, I don't know if you know it or not, I've touched on it a few times, but I am currently in school. I'm taking college. I'm in college. Basically, I'm online, but I'm in college. And one of the courses that was mandatory was calculus.
And what exactly, at your fine age of being a pitmaster and a excellent alcoholic, are you studying that you need calculus?
I am studying information technology, which is my field of business. I'm in IT, and I'm working for my degree in information technology. But when you go to college, at least here in the U.S., I don't know how it is in Canada, you have to take a mandatory set of classes, a core curriculum, so to speak, which includes various math and English classes that have nothing to do with your major, mine being IT. So one of them is math. And one of the mandatory math classes was calculus.
See, I did very well in math, and I've never used calculus again.
Well, I was always good in math as well, but I haven't taken a real math course since 1991. That was the last time, I didn't go, obviously, in my advanced age. I didn't go to college directly at a high school.
Don't help your teenager with his, and I'll touch on that in a minute, but you're not helping your son.
Well, he's doing like algebra and stuff. It's not calculus. He's only a freshman in high school. So he's not
algebra, calculus. You say tomato, I say tomato. Same fucking thing.
And it's two different things. But anyway.
It's not two different things. It's a bunch of bullshit.
It is very much two different things. So anyway, as part of my curriculum, I had to take calculus. So I've been taking calculus since January of this year, which is when the semester started. And it all culminated on Wednesday, when I had to take my calculus final. And throughout the year, like I said, I haven't taken a math class since 1991. I don't like math. I'm good at it, but I don't like it. And I have no interest in it. So I kind of wasn't really paying attention. So I wasn't doing well in class.
Stand by.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of intelligent people in the Facebook user. It's so great to see that again. I have math in my name. My name's Matthew.
It's great.
I love math. Anyway, what was your mark?
84.
84.
84 on my phone.
That's fantastic.
Now you ask, how does this get involved in my my calculus final?
Right. Could you put that away? It'll say 820.
No, I'm drinking now.
No, okay.
So I had a week and a half to take the final. Being online, I'm obviously not in a classroom, so I don't have a specific time where I have to be there. So I can take the final at any point from last Monday up until this past Wednesday. So a week and a half I had. And of course I waited till the very last minute, and I took it on Wednesday afternoon. Before I took the calculus final, I'm reading notes, and I have 2 notebooks filled with calculus shit. Before I took the final, I reached for my trusty whiskey, took a couple of nice little swigs, relaxed a little bit, and dove headfirst into my final, which I got an 84 on. So I thank Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey for calming the nerves, so to speak, and helping me through the final of calculus.
Real quick, as you continue to drink, Matt Vanderpool, the man of 1,000 voices, he does not use well, maybe he does use algebra and calculus to do what he does. Big announcement coming later tonight, and I'm hoping, as always, Matt Vanderpool will come back and join us.
I love Matt. Matt is one of the greatest people we've ever met on this show. I love.
We should do the book of Matt.
We absolutely should, because there's so much going back and characters he's created for this show.
Do you
it's
remember
wonderful.
Bill?
Huh?
Were you involved with Bill?
Of course he was. Everybody on this show was involved with Bill out in Calgary, trying to get fucking Syrian refugees with a goat a home.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
We got to start moving forward like that. Matt Vanderpool is blushing, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone in the chat say hi to Matt. I'm sure I can twist his arm again, even though he's another one who's in retirement. Matt Vanderpool, Big B, a former co-host of Double Talk Radio.
Right.
With all the shit I had going on, previous to when you and I started this show, Matt was the guy that saved the day when I had that fucking crazy Filipino Jew and the gay guy. Old Matt in Sandusky, Ohio saved the day.
Upper Sandusky.
Upper Sandusky is correct, and he will always be a hero of mine.
And he has the greatest volunteer job ever, because if he decides he doesn't want to volunteer that night, he just cracks open one beer.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, we got to get some firefight. You know what? I'm gonna do it now, because we're talking about it. But I wanted to tell you, I'm also getting involved in school because my kid is taking some things and he's really into construction and he's really doing well. And I got my fingers crossed because he's not the brightest, he is a bright kid. He's very, very smart, but at school, sometimes he doesn't apply himself. And in construction, he's doing very well.
Great.
But my wife insisted that he go into a Catholic school, which I'm not Catholic, and she was, but she married me, and I exorcised her away from that. But he's in a Catholic school. One of the things you have to take is religion.
Right, of course. Yeah.
And even though you're not going to hear me talk about it a lot, I am very well versed in Christianity and Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, all these other things, because I studied them as well when I was younger. And you know me, I like to debate just like you.
Right.
And I'm helping him, and we're having a lot of fun debunking the Catholic religion, not so much Christianity, but the Catholic religion itself.
Well, if you have questions, please let me know. I went to Catholic school my entire life. I was an altar boy for several years in grammar school. I am well versed in all things the Catholic religion, although I am no longer religious and haven't been for several decades. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now, I have a question for you.
Wait a minute. We're not here to religion. Because you and me are gonna go to hell after this show.
Oh, I know that. I have a question having nothing to do with religion.
Oh, okay.
So you said your son is very interested in construction, and I guess is doing some sort of program. Does this have anything to do with Canada's gem, known as Mike Holmes?
It very well could be. I got to tell you, because also it's my wife's birthday. We'll get to that in a second, but she was online and she checks all his marks all the time and shit. And I think she piddles a little bit now. When she tells me, Jake got 27 out of 28 on his construction test. So they make great money You know what? The kid coaches with me. He's a smart kid. We debate all the time. He's just not into school. And you know what? Neither was I. I didn't know Socrates invented calculus until you told me.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Same thing. You say potato, I say
you're off by several centuries, but okay.
Fuck. Now we're going to do history. I want to get off of this because we got a lot of fun to do. This isn't Jeopardy.
Oh, man.
I'll take false prophets of math for 200, Alex. Anyway, let's get my wife's birthday. Oh, you know what? We forgot. I am Team Pfizer.
Oh, that's right.
We're all worried about me that I was going to get the other one. Oh my God, here he goes again.
No, this is for Short Sigh.
No, but do something for me. We have an hour and a half to go.
I'm drinking for you.
I'm usually the drunk one, and you carry me.
I have to be.
I'm the
my
designated
calculus
driver
model. I need to blow off steam.
Okay, it's all right. You made me forget what I was saying. Oh, so you were worried about the other vaccine I was going to take at the at the pharmacy.
Right.
What's the one that gives me clots?
Well, that's the Johnson & Johnson.
No, the other one.
The Moderna.
Anyway, I never got called for that. I put my name in. I was waiting for 2 months. They didn't. We have a terrible supply here in Canada, ladies and gentlemen, but it's getting better. So it came due that it dropped to 50, and I was able to register, and I'm on there. It's like being what do you call those things when you're buying concert tickets? You know, like Aerosmith is coming.
Right, like when you're waiting online for like Ticketmaster. Yeah, you're waiting online to get the tickets.
Why are you showing booze in my face?
Just keep going. It's not for you. It's for Short Sigh. I'm having a completely separate conversation.
I don't know what's going on. He wants to know if it's a homebrew.
No, that's why I'm showing this, so you could continue to talk and I'm not interrupting you.
All right. Well, Short Sigh is just that he hasn't even confirmed if he's had a child. I don't know if I've congratulated him for nothing. Or
so anyway, you are now.
So I went online. It's like Ticketmaster, and then the one day it was full. So I went back the next day and I clicked, and you got to fill in all this fucking information. I'm going like a madman. I'm using my what do you call that thing you did? Algebra skills. And I get in and I go. And I hate needles, ladies and gentlemen. I know and here's the worst part, baby. I'm at the arena where I normally coach and play hockey, where I'm the tough guy, where I'm a legend. Right. Where I'm a champion of champions. If there was still a wide world of sports, I'm sure I'd be featured by Al Michaels. And I'm in there and I'm shitting my fucking pants over this little fucking needle. I'm in a cold. You got any symptoms? No, I'm just finding it a little warm in here. Maybe I'll take my jacket off. And then I get there and I get this nurse, and she's like asking me the same things for the 14th time. Right. You got any symptoms? And I was honest. I said, well, my heart may be fluttering and I may be a bit blushed, but it's only because you're the hottest nurse I can ever imagine that's about to inject this fucking 5G in me.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I'm in the arena though. I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, this is where I'm God, okay? And I'm not kidding you. It's the actual arena.
Right.
Anyway, I don't even feel the thing. I have a little bit of a sore arm. And not anymore, but I feel great. It was 2 days ago. I feel great. I'm glad I did it. I'm Team Pfizer.
So when is your second
probably 2023. I have no idea.
So they didn't. So here in New York, when I got my first, actually I have my card right here. So when I got my
did not have a child.
So then you are on false. You are on false news, fake news. DK.
So the one that Choo Choo's I'm going to let you go to the vaccine.
Sure.
But who Choo Choo Stu told me was his wife is obviously not his wife. I thought it was the host of the horror sex show. But anyway, if not, I'm fucked. Anyway, go back to what we were.
So when I got the vaccine, obviously we have our card, and I'm going to block out some information. So we have our card, right? And it tells you the date. But on the back of the card, on the first time, I got mine on March 11th. That was my first injection. On the back of the card, the day I got the injection, they gave me the date for the second one. And I'll show you. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see.
Hang on, we can bring it up. Hang on. I don't want to hit the wrong button on this damn thing. There you go.
So there you go. So there on the back of the card, it says reminder, return for second dose. And they put April 1st. That was my second appointment. That was on the day of that I got the first vaccine. So it was already calculated 21 days after my first vaccine, I would return to the same place that I got the first one and get the second one. They don't even have a schedule for the second vaccine.
So she said, we will keep this. She said, I don't have mine handy because I had to keep it in a safe place. She said, keep this, take a picture of it on your phone. Mm-hmm. Don't lose it. And they will call you for your second vaccine. I don't know when she told me, next March. I have no idea. But she said, Canadian Post and might be sooner.
Interesting. So it's interesting how it works in various places, because I remember talking to Stu. We were all talking together, and he was like, you get your first one, and then they schedule it out like 3 months later was the second one. Here in the U.S., we're told you have to get it 21 days later. If you go past that, you have to start all over again. So I don't know. I don't know what's right and what's wrong.
War. You're winning another Cold War. You guys probably have. I heard on the radio the other day, I'm right beside Detroit, Michigan. They're like, oh, yeah, Kroger and Meyer, they're throwing away half their vaccines because nobody wants them. Well, for fuck's sakes, open the border.
And that goes back to your leader, Trudeau. The whole issue of you not getting the vaccine is because of Trudeau. You look at where we are. We're in New York City. We were in the height of the pandemic. We were truly the epicenter of the global pandemic. Everybody here was getting sick, and the death rate was high. The hospitalization rate was the highest in the world. We were the highest. That's why we started this whole epicenter thing, because I was in the epicenter of it.
Yes.
Now we're going to go to 100% open by July 1st. That means full stadiums, full restaurants, full bars with you don't have to order food. You can just go sit and get a drink. No masks outside.
Unless I take a canoe, I will not be joining you in the Finger Lake.
That's what I'm saying. Trudeau has the border closed. You can't get over the border. You can't leave Canada. And you guys didn't even have it that bad up there compared to what we have. And we're good. We're going to be open fully July 1st, 100%, no restrictions. We go anywhere we want.
And what's going to happen now is, we're your best friends. So rumor has it you're going to lend us. How you lend vaccines, I have no idea. But you're going to lend us an enormous amount of vaccines. But now what's going on in like New Delhi and Kathmandu, everyone's dying. You're going to ship it all over there, and we're still going to be in fucking lockdown in fucking Christmas. I guarantee it.
Well, you have to pay attention to the news in India, because what happened was there was a severe, I don't know if it was a gas leak or something that happened in one of the industrial centers in India, where people were collapsing, people were dying because of the inhalation from the gas. That was initially reported very locally, in a very small manner. Suddenly that got co-opted into this huge COVID thing. And I've seen people post various, pictures of the news stories using the same exact picture of somebody laying on the ground in India, one of a gas leak and one of this massive COVID outbreak where somebody dropped dead on the street of COVID, which didn't happen. It was somebody that collapsed because of gas inhalation. So we don't really know what's going on in India. What's being reported may not necessarily be the truth.
Right. So you're not about to call it the India flu.
No, I am absolutely not. And again, I am, just to reiterate to everybody, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I do believe there is something out there. I just think that it's being over-reported, and it's really being mixed up with a lot of flu cases.
Anyway, I gotta really tell you though, like, I've never been excited about getting a needle.
Right.
Maybe when I was circumcised as a baby, I giggled the same way. But I feel really good about it. I honestly feel that my wife's younger. She hasn't been vaccinated yet, but I'm hoping we can travel. We can yada yada yada, and I really feel good about it. I don't feel like I'm turning into a X-Men mutant or anything.
And that's the thing about all the conspiracy theorists. They're putting, Bill Gates is inserting chips in you. It's gonna forever alter your DNA. Millions of people have gotten the vaccine. We're all okay.
All right, I gotta keep things moving here, Big B, because we have so much to get to.
Sure.
We miss our live audience. Remember in the pre-show last week, we were talking about this last week. It's something about being live, feeding off that crowd, as small or large as it may be. Yep. You all mean the world to us. Speaking of meaning the world to us, I told you last week, I said I might not be able to go live tonight because it is my wife's birthday.
Yep.
And I spoke to her and I said, if you don't want me to go live, I won't. It's your birthday. I understand. And she said, no, you go ahead. We work all day. We're tired. And I said, that way, we have the whole weekend. It's Sunday is Mother's Day as well. And you're right. I'm assuming it's Matt, but Facebook user, a live crowd is all of the energy. Anyway, because she allowed me to do the show tonight, I wanted to do something special. And sometimes we play that funny little happy birthday song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you remember last week we were talking about that broad in California. She was singing happy. Maybe you had too many whiskeys by then. I don't know. Amanda says happy birthday, my wife. Thank you. Remember the chick that was driving along in California?
Oh, right. She wound up in the lake. Yes.
She wound up in the lake. She was singing happy birthday, and the FedEx guy rescued her.
Right. Yes.
I was able to pull off the most miraculous thing.
Okay.
I contacted her and said, could you please, for Cave Crew Radio, for my wife who is probably not even watching right now, but for my sake of feeling good about myself, could you sing happy birthday to my wife? And this young lady, despite all the trauma that she went to, took time out of her day, Big B, and this is what she came up with.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Shit. I thank you dearly. But I don't think you should sing while you're driving anymore, lady.
Stay away. If you're going to sing and drive, stay away from lakes.
That has got to be a Guinness Book of World Record. singing happy birthday into your phone twice while driving and ending up in water.
Ending up in the going through. Now, keep in mind what we said last week. You had to go through the guardrail of the highway. You had to go through a rocky beach, and then you had to wind up in the water, all while singing happy birthday.
I have no. Another Facebook user is trying to change their notifications. It says on our weekly post, if you want to be. Anyway, happy birthday to my wife.
DK.
I tried to get Marilyn Monroe, but Choo Choo Who was not available to summons her to sing you happy birthday like Marilyn Monroe did to John F. Kennedy. So I was able to get this moron in California who was now twice drove into the water.
A piece of advice for you at the moment, if I was you, I would be extra nice to that Facebook user. Just so you know, that Facebook user is a special Facebook user that has a special day today. So I would be extra nice to that Facebook user.
Extra nice. MV. See, now it's mad. I don't like this Facebook user shit. Remember, I almost caused Amanda and Scott to break up. Or Jason, I mean.
I was going to say, I don't think Amanda knew she was dating Scott. And neither did Jason, apparently.
Obviously, you drinking that shit out of the bottle for the past half hour is driving me crazy.
But apparently, I'm more coherent than you.
I'm upset. My wife never watches. I feel stressed. Anyway, happy birthday, Isbia, as you used to be known on Double Talk Radio. And if you don't know, Isbia was a one-time another co-host.
Oh, really? I did not know.
Of Double Talk Radio.
Well, happy birthday. I wished now that she accepted my Facebook friend request, I wished her happy birthday on Facebook. I will wish her a very happy birthday here today.
Kerfuffle. All you had to do was bring up algebra and look what's happening. And the chat is lighting up, and I miss being live. You gotta fix Facebook, DK. For fuck's sakes, I'm stressed out. I'm drinking on the pre-show. No, I don't even know what's next on the show.
See, now Short Size having an issue, but he was able to figure it out.
Yeah,
we're all trying to figure out how to get back to normal.
Whatever normal is,
whatever normal is. But again, happy birthday! A sincere happy birthday to your wife.
Yes, by all means, we're glad you're here. Envy is Matt. Fuck it, I'm going to throw away this BlackBerry. He's got a fucking BlackBerry.
What the? Who still uses a BlackBerry?
Matt,
Holy
please
Christ.
don't leave. I have a big announcement. I am falling behind on my agenda. I'm trying to monitor my co-host.
I'm fine.
Your is good. See, now I'm very picky about English. What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea.
Are you taking notes while you're drinking? We might have the show title here.
Well, there's only been one thing so far that's been show title worthy, and I'll say it later. But so far, nothing else.
All right, good. But I also need show notes, so keep jotting down things. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special segment before we go into our very special announcement. And if you'd all shut up in the chat for 5 minutes, I could concentrate. Amanda is now friends with Matt. I don't know if she was around when Matt was on the show. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new segment. Are you ready? There's Isbia. I don't need that many beers.
Happy birthday. She's running.
Happy birthday, Isbia. Get in the chat. We're having a good time.
Why is she ducking like we're not going to see her?
You're in the camera. We saw you.
She's ducking like she's going through the jungles of Vietnam trying to avoid enemy fire.
Come on. Well, but the mic doesn't work that far. Don't be shy. You're a beautiful woman. We're talking about calculus, algebra.
I'm in the chat, and Big B was trying to give you the hint. I am in the chat. You just don't see me.
See, I told you.
I've been commenting. Amanda's been commenting on my things, and
Did you hear the birthday song?
yes, I've been listening for like the last hour
Why are you so out of breath?
because I ran.
Okay. All right. See you back.
No, stay.
Isbia, ladies and gentlemen.
No, tell her to stay. Wait, I'm going to wait till she gets back, and I'm going to tell her to come back down. Pull up a fucking chair and sit right next to you.
Down the stairs again. Did you see how out of breath she was?
But she can walk. When she gets back, I'm going to tell her to fucking come back down the stairs, pull up a chair right next to you, and fucking comment.
I'm having a hard enough time with you then. Maybe Melissa will be a guest host on Endless Summer, which I will get to if we ever move to the next segment.
Spoiler alert.
All right. First, I want to go to this. We have another new segment. And I need this. It's not working. Why are you still there?
Can I just say while you're doing that, Short Sai, me and Short Sai got to have a conversation privately because I think we're going to be really good buddies.
Okay.
Short Sai loves the drinking that I do. He apparently will be an encourager of my alcoholism, and I think we can connect. So I think me and Short Sai need to have a private conversation.
Or can we get to this portion of the show?
Are you ready? You were
Yes.
trying to do
Well,
things.
I can't get myself back in, and I can't get you on full screen. But anyway, here we go.
And now for another lecture. News editorial with Big B.
Take it away.
So apparently, this is a brand new segment, ladies and gentlemen, where DK will send me a news story during the week, and I have to read it and comment on it. So this week he sent me a news story about in the Olympics now. I guess starting in the Tokyo Olympics, there are going to be mixed gender events, and a lot of them are stupid events like bicycling, not even like BMX, dirt biking. You can jump things and whatever. But one of them is going to be a relay.
And I have to tell you that I saw this before the hockey game on Saturday.
Right.
That's why I sent it to you.
Right.
I'm watching it and I'm going, all right, waiting for the hockey. And I'm like, wait a minute. One of them has tits and the other one has balls. What's going on here?
Right. So the idea is that it's to promote gender equality, and that men and women will compete together in the same event. So one of the big ones is the 4x400 relay. So that's a relay where each person, and I don't know where DK went. He's now on a blank screen. I don't know if he's there or not. So what that is basically men. There he goes. He's back now.
Yeah, sorry.
So men and women will be on the same relay team. There will be 2 men and 2 women on each team, running 100 meters each to get to the 400. So, and you sent me a YouTube link, which I watched, and it happened in South Africa or wherever it was, where they had an event of mixed gender. Now, let me just say that I'm all for gender equality. Women can do anything that men can do, and it's perfectly fine. When it comes to sports, though, there's always men are physically bigger and physically faster than women. Now, any of those athletes can.
I don't know. I think the women won the race. This is what I'm trying.
No, but here's the thing, and I'm going to get to that. Any of those women in those events can beat me any day of the week for sure, but I am not athletically on that level. When you're talking about elite athletes, men are bigger and faster than women. It is what it is. So when you have
both, like Bruce Jenner or whatever he calls himself.
Well, he's a man. pretending to be a woman. He's still genetically a male. Like I said, any of those women athletes can beat me in any athletic competition any day of the week for sure, 100%. But I am not on that level. So what happens is in this relay, and he said the link you sent me, you could choose the order of the relay. So a lot of teams chose man starting it and the man being the anchor, which is the fourth leg.
The anchor. That's the last guy.
That's the last leg. And the two women in between. Some went man, woman. And some went woman, man.
Right.
In all aspects of
another fucking calculus lesson?
No. In all aspects of this, though, you could see where in that level of competition that the man is always bigger and faster than the woman. So when it starts, the race starts, the men jump out to the lead and the women are behind. When you get to the first relay, the women who hand off to the men then catch up to the women who are in the lead, given the lead by the men, and surpass them. And then when it comes back around, the women pick it up and lose the lead. And in the back, yes, in the race that you showed, the Kenyan woman was the anchor, and she did win the race. But if you look at the third leg, the Kenyan man had this monstrous lead
something
that got evaporated by the men.
In defense of the Kenyan women, have you ever seen a Kenyan man? That's why they're running so fucking fast.
But what I'm saying is in the third leg of that race, if you watch that race, the Kenyan man sprinted out to this humongous, monstrous lead, handed off to the anchor, which was a woman. The other teams handed off to the third guy, which was the anchor, which was a man. Those men then caught up to the Kenyan woman. And in the effort to catch up, they spent all their energy, and the Kenyan woman was able to win the race. But that gap went from, it had to be 3 seconds. And when you're talking about running, 3 seconds is a huge gap. To, a tenth of a second. They were right behind that woman. So what's going to happen is this is all great for headlines. Gender equality, men and women competing in the same events. That's a wonderful thing. What's going to happen is that now they're going to choose when the men go and when the women go, and the men are generally going to be the first one to start off, and the anchors, they're going to be the ones that cross the finish line, and the women will be left in the background because the person that crosses the finish line will get the praise.
I got to tell you something. Kudos to you. Will you stop? We're not even halfway through the fucking show.
I'm thirsty.
Then drink some more of that green vegetable shit you mix. Anyway, I got to give you kudos, though. You paid far more attention to this than I did. I just saw it and turned to Melissa and said, "What the fuck is this?" And then I sent it to you, and you managed to turn this into a... Who was it you said discovered all this? Plato.
Isaac Newton,
same thing. You pick one or the other in Jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get the question right. Anyway, thank you. So what I was hoping you were going to get to, other than analyzing this, but I understand you just took that calculus test. And I understand how your analytical mind is working right now. What will this do to, the Olympics has been around since Greco-Roman.
Right.
I don't even think the Ark was built yet when we had Olympics. What is this going to do to modern sport?
So that's the other side of it. And that's what I was getting to after the initial event.
Yeah, but you never get to anything. That's
because you interrupt too much.
Because you fucking babble like a babbling brook.
So the Olympics started back in 776 BC. They were from ancient Greece. They were athletic competitions held in honor of Zeus. And that's what basically the Olympics was. So that's and it went from 776 BC to 384 AD when they were banned by the Roman ruler Theodosius I. So that's what modern Olympics molded itself after, was the ancient Greece games. But in the course of this being, and it was originally supposed to be an amateur competition. So what modern Olympics has done has allowed professional athletes to be involved in this, through hockey, through basketball, even through swimming, because, Michael Phelps is a professional swimmer now. He's no longer an amateur. So he wins like all the gold medals and beats everybody up. It became a shell of what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a showcase for amateur athletes. So they allowed professionals in. Then they allowed events in that had nothing to do with sport, like ballroom dancing. I mean, that was the dumbest thing ever. They're going to allow, even like, golf. It's not an Olympic event. Olympic events were generally track and field and swimming and stuff like that. When you allow these other sports in, it taints it. Now, what this is going to do?
I think the bisexuals should win all of this because they're the only ones that always get fucked.
Well,
the bisexuals, doesn't matter where you are, you always win.
Right. No matter where you are, you're a man or a woman, you're going to win something.
If you're bisexual, you always get fucked. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're the last two in the bar.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother. Anyway, go ahead.
So what the other thing that this does is in the short term, it's great for gender equality, men and women competing together, trying to prove that they are on equal planes. What this does in the long term is what I was saying before. In the example of the relay, the men were outrunning the women in all aspects of that race. It just so happened that in the third leg, the Kenyan men had such a lead that it took all the effort of the men to catch up to the Kenyan woman in the anchor leg that they ran out of steam and she won.
If we could boycott Kenya, would this even the grounds up?
It may.
Referring to the Kenyans.
Well, because they won that race. And generally, when we have the New York City Marathon, a Kenyan will always win the marathon. They are very well known for long distance running.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is it not Kenya where they're all starved and they have no water? How do they manage to be in such excellent shape?
Okay, that would be Ethiopia.
Chased by giraffes and cobras?
That would be Ethiopia, first of all. That is, by drought and hunger. That is Ethiopia. Kenya is Kenya produces some wonderful athletes, and they are especially in the track and field category. But what this does is, so now like I said, in the short term it's great for gender equality, but in the long term you're going to see the men still becoming the guys that cross the finish line, the guys that are get the headlines. Either this guy started off the race great, or this guy finished the race great, or this guy gave such a monstrous lead that led the team to victory. The women are not going to get the headlines that they foresee in this becoming gender equality, and that's going to lead to protests
or the paychecks.
Or the paychecks, right? Or,
the girls are the best hockey players I've ever seen in the world.
Right, but when it comes down to it, you're right. You're 100% right. That's going to lead to paychecks. That's going to lead to sponsorships. That's going to lead. What is this?
Someone is watching us on their Atari.
That's mad. That's Matt. Matt is watching us on the Atari 2600. Ladies and gentlemen,
different Facebook users in here. One of them's my wife. I'm going to say something really sexy, and I'm going to turn bisexual.
She's right behind you. Tell her.
I realize that, but she's showing up in chat as a Facebook user.
Pull up a chair and sit right next to DK. We want you right with us. This is your birthday. This is your day. Come here and hang with us.
Your time to see how ridiculous we actually are. Anyway.
And I have several questions for Mrs. DK on how she lives with somebody like you. Sit next to him, please. I'm begging you.
As a matter of fact, I have the exact same question for your wife. So, touche, dear friend.
There's one difference, though. My wife isn't here. Your wife is right behind you.
Take 3 steps backward and prepare for the duel.
But she's not here. Your wife is right behind you.
And I didn't know. Computer says no. Anyway, we got Ethiopia. We got so much shit going on. It's a Mrs. DK special.
See, and Amanda agrees with me. She should be right in front of the camera.
Everyone wants you on here. Nobody likes me. There's no chair. You're 100% right. There's a Cheese Lounge right there.
There's got to be. You know what? You have a fucking
up my chair. Would you like Mrs. K to take over the show? I will sit and just watch.
I have several questions for her.
No idea who's going to press buttons and make magical sounds happen, but
I have several questions for her. And you know what? Since you have like fucking 87 fucking rowing machines in the house, I'm sure you have a chair floating around somewhere.
Things had to be moved to fit the exercise equipment, which I'm obviously not using. I'm like Jason Scott. He collects pottery. I collect epic exercise equipment. The only thing is, if I'm drunk and I'm walking through the room, I won't smash it.
And wait, I have a question for Jason Scott. Speaking of the fucking pottery.
Yeah.
So he goes out and buys all this fucking Blue Mountain pottery shit that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. But now he's selling it. So does he buy it and then sell it on an increase? So is he like trying to screw everybody in the Blue Mountain pottery group?
Listen, if you don't know Jason Scott by now, he's like reading he is like that Bernie dude that just died, the stock scandler.
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, Madoff. He's like, we'll deliver locally. Like there's anyone else in fucking Cornwall who collects that shit. There's no one in Cornwall that collects it. Well, there's someone that likes pottery. Well, Jason Scott will sell you a piece for $10 plus shipping, which I'm sure is as much as Big B charged me for the original shirt he shipped me in 2017.
No, that was far more than that. What's up with your camera? Jesus Christ.
I'm getting mad. There. So Jason Scott, I follow what he's doing, but all these dumbasses in the Blue Mountain Pottery Group, which occupies 90% of my time, and I don't know how to make ceramics. I'll be completely honest with you. Now he's left me. He's going to vomit because he drank so much fucking peanut butter.
I'm right here. I just had to get another beer.
All right. Anyway, so Jason Scott, I wish I had a post handy to read you. Do you have the Blue Mountain Pottery Group on your phone?
I can pull it up. Yes. Give me one second.
Read one of Jason Scott. He's an elegant salesman. He's better than the ShamWow guy. So anyway, Jason Scott has got, I don't know, here comes his bitch. She's sitting on the beanbag chair next to me. Mrs. K is coming. Let's see if we can.
Yep, there she is.
We got I'm trying here, folks. I'm not trying to make you dizzy. Mrs. K.
So while you get that set up, you can pull me up on full screen.
This thing sinks.
I'm going to try and get her in here. I don't know how our audio is going to be. So, Mrs. K.
All right. So
there we go.
So I have Jason Scott in the Blue Mountain Pottery Group.
Yes.
Selling a duck.
Here, listen here. You can hear it live.
I have it live.
Oh, okay. So yeah, hang on. I'm afraid to bring you full screen again, but yeah, he's selling a duck, and one woman asked to see the bottom of it. That's all I saw.
Right. So actually, I don't see any comments on here, but he has free local delivery, $10 each, shipping available for additional costs. So
Is that a plastic duck?
No, bring that back up, Big B. Isbia, my wife didn't see it. Isbia was her old stage name. Matt will know that. So I'll bring him on full screen, but I'm afraid I'm going to go off again.
So there you go. So what this is not plastic. This is pottery. So highly breakable. And I must say the coloring is wonderful. But this is a big thing that Jason Scott is into. And I don't know, he's buying and selling this pottery stuff. So he's buying it for a certain amount. And then is he selling it for an increase? So he's trying to make a living off Blue Mountain pottery.
Well, the way he moves around jobs, now he's fucking shuttling cars at Kia or something. Anyway, listen, and Amanda has not chimed in lately. He's getting more on Sunday. We can hardly wait, Jason, for fuck's sakes. Maybe we'll turn into the shopping channel. Anyway, yeah, there's all the
This is another one.
Write that down. Ducks in a row. Jason is ducks in a row.
This is a different one. So this is 3 ducks, $5 each plus shipping.
Okay.
PM him for shipping costs.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. This show has gone to shit. It's the first show we've actually been able to be live in a fucking month. And you're so drunk on peanut butter whiskey, you're worried about ducks. Can I get $5? Going once, short sigh. 2 pounds. Amanda, over there. Get the once, twice. The ducks are fucking sold. He's trying to sell some to pay for more, lowering his cost. Is this kind of like a drug?
Order a duck.
Okay, you go ahead and order a duck. You've got a fan, Jason. We still don't know what the shipping is. I love how transparent he is about the cost, but he won't let us know what it's like. Guys, you don't understand. I wish I had the shirt because I'm going to sell it for $5. And where do you see the shipping? Big B got this great shirt made for us. And he was like, with me and Stu.
Because shipping depends on the distance where you're going, how much it actually weighs and stuff. He won't know what the shipping value is until it's ordered.
Can you bring Stu out of retirement? Anyway, and he's drinking more. This is terrible. Anyway, this is the package. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. When you have a bigger package, you charge more. But anyway,
I don't want to know about your package, DK. And I don't want to know about Jason's package either.
Yeah, we'll talk about Tinder in the next half of the show. Anyhow, I completely lost where I was. Oh, that damn shirt. So Big B was so excited. And it was a beautiful shirt. He told Stu and I got this shirt, I'm going to send it to you for nothing. The shipping was $75.
It was not $75. But I told you why. I told you why I told you why there was shipping, because we were sending it through my wife's work. And it was expensive, so we had to pay for it.
Anyway, it's over and done with. I've lost my cottage and my second car because of it.
And I want to know, how do I get a piece of Blue Mountain pottery? I would like a piece of Blue Mountain pottery sent to me.
Guys, please. Can we do a second show where all we do is show Blue Mountain pottery? You know what? Jason Scott is another great idea about Cave Crew Radio. We have a lot of good business ideas. I've offered this to Amanda with her sensei. Big B and I could get in. Now you'll have to send us some samples or something that we could display in front of us. But Big B and I could probably peddle hundreds of pieces of this Blue Mountain fucking pottery.
There were some
I
wonderful
would rather
pieces.
collect sex dolls. Like, what the fuck is the point of Blue Mountain pottery?
There were some wonderful pieces. I must say, being a part of the group, I see what's available and what's out there. There are some great pieces out there that I would love to have, but I'm not going to
You're
spend.
fucking losing your mind too. It's blue and green fucking abstract animals.
It's not always
I'd rather
animals.
collect Lego.
It's not always, and it's not for me. It would be for my wife. I would get her a nice. They've posted several vases that look wonderful. I would get her that.
I do
Especially with Mother's Day coming up.
Wife, for the orchid that I bought you today, I should have been much sharper and got you a Blue Mountain limited edition carp.
And I bet you she would.
Or a seal, for that
I
matter.
bet you she would have loved that. Blue Mountain sex dolls.
Blue Mountain sex dolls. That's what I want to collect. I'd like a Southern Korean version, if you don't mind. Make her name Chin. And I want to see the bottom, as the one person commented. What the fuck you want to see the bottom of? It's fucking must have the stamp on it.
I would assume.
Jason
Yeah,
Scott is sending someone a vase. I have no idea who.
If you would send me a vase, I would love that because I would.
I
give it to
asked
my
for
wife.
an ashtray 4 shows ago, and I never got it.
You know what? If Jason's going to send me something, Amanda has my address because of Sensi. Send me a vase. I would give it to my wife. She would greatly appreciate it.
If someone is sending anything, could someone send me some of that fucking shit that Big B is drinking out of the bottle, and maybe I would cope better with the show. Cheers.
Wonderful screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Anyway,
this is so fun. Talking to my wife about this, she's like, because there's another thing called Ram's Head that it's kind of.
who was the other guy you had the other week? Porky Dorky.
Oh, that was this. That was the peg leg porker.
I noticed you have it all right at hand.
Of course I
I'm
do.
a calculus major. I'm on the honor roll. Look at me.
Of course I have it right next to me.
Poster card for free education in the United States.
Oh, believe me, this isn't free. This education isn't free, for fuck's sake.
You'll just pay for it for that money you constantly get.
From who?
I don't know.
You're talking about my virus money?
Go on and you'll go, I'm the epicenter of all things free money. I just bought a car.
You're talking about the virus money when I bought a car?
Virus money. We don't have that shit here.
Well, you don't because you work.
My property taxes just went up.
That's
the only thing I can brag about.
That's Trudeau. I can't help you with that.
Hey, look who's here. Listen, before he leaves, because he's older and he might get called to a fire.
Oh, you have to intro this.
Yeah, well, I want to introduce something. And Shorts, I apologize. I thought you had a baby, and I hope your wife's not screwing around with somebody. Oh, shit. Anyway, we do have a something that we do, Big B. We do have something that we do every summer, and it's coming up, and we have so many friends here tonight. You're killing my smalls. I love the t-shirt. And we'll get back to that in a minute. Here's what we have for you, folks. Listen up.
If you're into sewers, ooers, skewers, manures, brewers, and wooers, well, you're in the right place.
Someone's here, drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, summer.
Surf's up, cave dwellers. It's almost time for the endless summer beach party. We are on the hunt for special guests to join us for this festive season. All you need to do is message one of the hosts at cavecrewradio@gmail.com or leave a note on the homepage, cavecrewradio.com. Don't be shy. It's a magical season on Cave Crew Radio. Hear you there.
Summer's here, summer's here, summer's here.
Yeah, summer.
All right. Anyway, this is one of our favorite times of the year. We have Isbia, my wife, with us tonight. She could come on and be a guest. We have the man of 1,000 voices, the amazing Matt Vanderpool from, as you stated, Upper Sandusky.
Upper Sandusky.
That's Short Side. We already have Jason Scott and Amanda locked in for the Choo Choo Stew Memorial competition. I don't think they know what they're getting into.
But I can't wait.
Know how devious we are.
Go back and listen to Choo Choo. Go find Choo Choo Mania and listen to what we did to Stu and Chris Ripka.
Could you imagine this? Amanda, I want you to take a piece of Blue Mountain pottery and smash it on the ground, or eat the hottest pepper on the planet. What would you do? It's not that bad. We're not going to kill you. Everyone has always survived Choo Choo Mania. But, you know, man of 1,000 voices, I wouldn't even mind if we got him on a couple times.
Of course.
You can go for a smoke. Go for a smoke.
So what we're saying is everybody in chat right now, Short Side, Jason Scott, Amanda, Matt Vanderpool, of course, we all want you on at some point during this summer. Every summer is the Endless Summer Beach Party, where we have different guests on every week, and they're different guests that we enjoy hanging with, talking with, are funny, have some sort of wit to them. We want all of you guys on a separate week. Send one of us a message. I think we're all friends on Facebook. Send one of us a message, or send a message to cavecrewradio@gmail.com, and we'll schedule it out. We do this every year, and it's a lot of fun. Everybody has a great time, and it's your time to shine.
Hang on a minute. We're going to get back to that now. Both Short Side and I want a Blue Mountain Pottery sex doll. It would be hard to penetrate, though, Short Side. For some reason, Amanda thinks she's disposable. We just got you guys to actually consummate the relationship on Facebook. How could this be taking such a terrible turn already?
Can I tell you, Amanda and Jason are meant for each other.
Yes.
They will, I think, I know Amanda's been through this already, but I think they will tie the knot eventually and be a wonderful family with Amanda's children.
Yes, and I agree. And guys, we're thinking of fun stuff. I was thinking of like the Newlywed Game, you know, that they're probably too young to remember that show.
Right.
But, you know, questions like that. We do, we might make you make a prank call. We'll probably have you eat or drink something strange like pickle juice. You know, don't worry. You'll live.
It'll be a lot of fun. Again, message one of us or go through cavecrewradio@gmail.com, and we'll schedule out the Endless Summer Beach Party where we all have fun every single week.
Matt Vanderpool.
Oh, man.
She was cold as ice, just like that Foreigner song.
Wow.
Oh, I can't wait for Matt to come on and tell us about Cold Ethel. I suppose he's going to tell us not only is he a volunteer firefighter, he probably worked in a morgue. Oh, God.
Oh,
Lord.
Can I say I love the fact that your wife is in the background
Howling. She reminds me of that dude, and Matt Vanderpool is going to be the only one that remembers this. But remember the dude that used to stick to the wall on Captain Kangaroo?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what she reminds me of right now.
I love that she's in the background. She's listening on the
That
phone.
was stuck to the wall on Captain Kangaroo.
She's listening on the phone. I know there's a slight delay, and she's howling. She's laughing.
She's having a good
I love
time.
the fact she's having a great time. I'm so glad when you eventually hear this 20 seconds later, I'm glad that you're having such a good time on your birthday.
Well, you know what? Like I've tried to tell why. she knows how much I love doing this show. And I told her, like, listen, we have a lot of fun, especially when we actually get live and we can engage with our audience.
Right.
Well, shit. You know what we haven't done yet?
What's that?
Hang on.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
It's a very important part of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're aware, quite recently, we have lost an important member of our show. And we decided, since a lot of you have not been there since the beginning, we are doing this segment here. So let's listen in, and then we'll tell you what's coming up on this week's show.
Draw near, cave dwellers. Deep in the corner of the cave, covered in dust and memories, lies a book. A book filled with legends and stories that is passed from generation to generation. Some have witnessed the wonders. For some, it lives only in imagination and lore. This is known as the mysterious chronicles of the most interesting man in the world. Listen closely. This is the book of Choo Choo Stew.
All right. Now, I told you last week that this is going to be a good one.
Right.
We covered the email that Choo Choo Stew sent us. We covered the live recording. Well, this, I think, was when Big B was actually really going to lose his mind. This is the first time Choo Choo Stew was with us on the show, and we'll get Big B and my's feedback after you listen to this from April 26th, 2015. Lee Brown, take us into this.
The Book of Choo Choo Stew, Chapter 3. On this date, Choo Choo decided to call into the show at 3 a.m. under a dark London bridge. The night that would alter our futures and memories forever. Who was this mysterious man? What dark secret does he hold? A family man? A serial killer? I call this one Under the Bridge Downtown.
I am, and Big B sitting here in New York, looking quite forward to this evening's broadcast.
And also from across the creek, we welcome you live tonight, folks, not in a recorded segment, the one and only Choo Choo Stew.
Good evening, Double K, Big B.
He sounded like a voice emulator there.
He really did.
How you guys doing, all right?
All right, Choo Choo, you're coming through loud and clear. We Big B did that intro just for you.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
That was your.
I'm actually sitting here under a railway bridge.
We were wondering about that. So you right now it's like it's 10 p.m. Where Brian and I are, where Big B and I are, and it's what, like 2 a.m?
No, it's. I thought it was going to be 2 a.m. when you was on, but it turned out it's actually 3 a.m. now.
Oh, okay. You lost an hour.
I lost an hour, yeah. So it's 3 a.m. I'm sitting in my car, parked under a railway bridge. We might get a bit of dogging action later on. Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh.
Not a clue.
Well, when people go out and park up in a secluded place. And,
so they like make out.
That's it, yeah. And if they turn their interior light on, it means they want people to watch.
So what exactly did you tell your wife you were doing?
Well, I told her earlier on tonight, because I've been to work. So before I left work, I said to her, when I come up, I might go out again. And I told her I was having a chat with some some guys on a radio station.
So you just said, say I'm just hanging out with some blokes across the in the new country.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I think that's a normal occurrence in the Choo Choo household. That he normally goes out around 3 o'clock in the morning and parks under the bridge.
Yeah,
this is very creepy, and I think this is normal.
Yeah, well, she didn't question it.
That could be, that could be a good thing because she trusts you, or that could be a really bad thing.
The only thing is that when I come home, the dog starts barking, so I've got to get in as quietly as possible, right?
You got to, Choo Choo's got to kind of sneak through the window.
Well, he's got to make sure he gets all the blood off his hands and everything. Otherwise, the dogs, they smell that, they go nuts.
Yeah, I'm feeling a real Jack the Ripper kind of theme to this show.
I'm feeling a bit weird, actually, sitting out here at this hour in the morning.
Yeah, I just know during the show at some point a Bobby's going to come by and knock on the windshield.
I wouldn't be surprised. You can never find one when you want one. Guaranteed to get one when you don't want one.
All right, before I turn it over to you, because I know this was a big epiphany for you, Big B.
Right.
I do want you all to remember the Bobby before next week. The Bobby. That's my only clue. Anyway, what happened here, Big B? What do you remember? 2015, 6 years ago, you're finally getting to speak to the man himself, Choo Choo Stu.
Well, I always thought it was weird up until we obviously really, came to know Stu and to have him on the show all the time. I always thought it was weird that some dude was, from England was writing us and willing to call us at 3 o'clock in the morning his time. I always thought it was really weird. Just listening back to this segment, and I never questioned this before, but it just popped into my head. He said he was calling from under a bridge. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He said he was calling in his car from under a bridge. Why wasn't he just like in his driveway? Or, just parked on his street? Why did he have to drive to somewhere that was under a bridge?
I can't speak on his behalf. I know him very well, but that's a very valid question.
It was never like, I'm sitting outside my house. I'm, parked across the street. I'm sitting in my driveway.
I'm in a McDonald's parking lot.
Right. Whatever. Right. It was always under a bridge.
It's like he had to hide us from everything. Like it was royal shame to come on Cave Crew. I'm under a railway bridge at 3 o'clock in the morning, watching and waiting. He'd been there before. He was waiting for them to turn on their lights.
He knew this. He was very familiar with the spot. Now, this is why I originally said that, when in that segment where I said washing the blood off his hand, I originally called him a serial killer because he would wait. I would say he would wait under the bridge for his victims.
Yes.
And he would strike. And that's where he would call us from. And, listening to him now, it still doesn't make sense to me why he just wasn't
trusted this man. He's been in both our homes.
He's been with our children, our wives.
It's like history is repeating itself. Jason Scott is under a bridge right now caressing a Blue Mountain swan.
He's trying to sell ducks under the bridge in fucking Cornwall.
Jason Scott is under a bridge in Cornwall trying to sell pottery.
Does he have an overcoat? And he opens it up. I got all your duck needs.
Would you like to buy a duck? It's $10 plus shipping. But I'm right outside your fucking window. It doesn't matter. It's an international border.
Oh my goodness. I got another thing to bring up about Jason Scott when we're ready.
Not yet. We got to finish with. But anyway, I always thought you were overreacting. I was I was always thrilled, and I'm like, oh my God, we got a fan. Like, let's admit it. This is a big crowd for us tonight.
For sure, it was a huge thing that and I was blown away that we had a fan from England, right? Because we're both in North America on the Eastern Seaboard, basically,
right?
And to have a fan or just have somebody that actually listened, in a completely separate part of the world was really cool. Until he decided to call in at 3:00 in the morning under a bridge, whispering,
not just go in the washroom.
Right. He was whispering, "Hi guys, he could be just sitting on his front steps, sitting in his car in his driveway, parked across the street, down the block, maybe, like you said, in a fucking McDonald's parking lot, in a well-lit parking lot. No, he's under a fucking dark bridge, waiting for a
to turn their light on. Well, what did he call it? Making buckna.
He's waiting for a fucking victim, like he's the fucking son of Sam. He's gonna fucking go around and kill people. He's the fucking Ripper incarnate. I still
they
say
turn their lights on. It means they want a visitor.
I still say he's got bodies buried in the allotment. That's the whole reason why he wanted us to know. He wanted us to know about things that go on the allotment. What do you think is buried under that fucking shack in his backyard? He's fucking covering up evidence.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I see the light now. I always tried to see the good in him. He does have some weird stories.
He was, as I always said, he was truly the most interesting man in the world, because no matter what subject we brought up, he had a story for.
Right. And that's a pattern of a serial killer, to be able to conjure things in your mind immediately.
For sure, he's charming. He has a way about him. He can get inside, basically. Break the barrier down between people, so he can be on the inside. He's a fucking serial killer. And short size of Stu the Ripper. I dig up that allotment.
I'm bringing up very dark memories for you, and I shouldn't be doing this, especially when you're drinking hard liquor. But anyway, folks, if you think Bodies Among the Beans,
wow, talk about a show name.
I've got to bring myself together here. If you think this was good, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pull this out now. We're gonna hide it, but because we got to get to whatever big BS for Jason Scott. Next week, Big B, when he mentioned the Bobby, is a real interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. If you think he was good when he was live, next week, chapter 4, good old Constable Carson.
If this is Constable Carson's first appearance, and I believe it is. This is probably
the carrots.
This is probably the greatest episode ever.
I like corpses in the carrots better than bodies in the beans. By the way, I have to tell you though, I will give you a highlight, because we got a good audience. We want them all to come back. It involves a Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
It also takes place at about 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Stu has been to a pub.
Mm-hmm.
He visits Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
And he loses his underwear, but not his pants.
My favorite, and I've spoken about this before.
This is
my favorite time. My all-time favorite time of Choo Choo Stu before he was a co-host on this show.
Yeah.
I can't wait to next week.
I know.
Episode 4.
I told you before the show started, and you said this was the best. I said, well, it's the best so far, but every time I click another show, it keeps getting better.
I can't wait. Next week, you have to tune in. Next week will be the epitome of what Choo Choo Stew was for this show.
You will never, if you ever listen to another show, you must listen to this, and you will understand, because I think this is what was the Hollywood star. This is what it made him. Well, there's so much more that happens, but this is what made him the deity.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This was my favorite. Only slightly above when he was a host on the show, and he serenaded me when he was completely hammered.
We'll find that one as well. And the other one was when he came out as a transvestite with a pink wig.
Choo Choo Sue.
Yeah, that was another one of my all-time favorites. He's a fantastic guy, and we've ridden the wave, Big B, and you and I now have to pick up our pants and carry the show. Because I don't know about you, but I ain't going under no bridge.
That's all right. I'll keep drinking, and we'll have a lot of fun.
And I prefer to keep my underwear on. Just got vaccinated. I might have an accident. I need something to bury her.
All right.
And that was perfect timing.
Matt coming right back.
Yeah, who gives a shit right after I said about soiling my pants? Corpses in the carrots. I can't wait to get my pen home. Do we have time for a story?
Sure.
Well, I wanted to tell you, this isn't really a story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been talking about COVID for so long, and I pulled this up, and maybe we'll run a few minutes late because we haven't been live for so long. So as long as these numbers don't deteriorate and Jason Scott doesn't have to run out to Domino's, the COVID, right? Like, so we spoke. You want the vaccine, you don't want the vaccine, the anti-maskers, yada, yada, yada. I'm curious about this now because I'm seeing some really weird things about COVID vaccine treats, more or less in the States, if you show your COVID vaccine card.
Okay.
My question to you is this a marketing tactic, or are they really trying to help people get vaccine? For instance, let me pull to it here. I don't want to go through the whole article. Here's some of the things you can get. Krispy Kreme is offering a original glazed donut each and every day through 2021 for anyone presenting a COVID-19 vaccine card. Personal favorite of mine, White Castle, through the end of May, is offering you flash your vaccine card, you get a free dessert.
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't know they served dessert, but
I didn't either.
Samuel Adams, the Boston bred lager beer, is giving $7 on the Cash App towards beer. Budweiser through May 16th is offering residents over the age of 21 a free round of beer. Staples, the business place, is offering free lamination. Nathan's, right by you, is giving away a free hot dog to anyone that brings a vaccine card. And this one I found really good. Close to Matt. The Cincinnati Reds are giving away discounted tickets for just $10 on weekday games if you prove you have been vaccinated. Uber is giving free rides to vaccinations. I just now, is this just capitalizing on COVID? or is this legitimately? I disagree. They are not disgusting, Matt, and they are not fried elbow. You have not been drunk enough.
Oh,
absolutely delicious.
Matt has no idea what it's like to be hammered at 3:00 in the morning here in New York, and the only place
Michigan, in Ohio,
you go to a diner or you go to White Castle. Either way, when you go to a diner, you get fucking French fries with gravy and cheese, or you go to White Castle and you get a fucking 10-pack.
Yeah.
Either way, that's what you do for your drunkenness at 3:00 in the morning. So they are not deep fried elbow. That is what helps you get through the hangover. As far as your question goes, it's absolutely not capitalizing on the virus. What it is I guess the CDC or the medical community, whatever it is trying to help raise awareness for the vaccine and trying to help push people towards getting the vaccine, because there is a strong anti-government, anti-vaccination movement here in the U.S. where they think Bill Gates is fucking injecting you with a microchip and you can be tracked and all this shit. Or it's, the government's not going to tell me what I can and can't do. I'm not going to get the vaccine and fuck them. Or it hasn't been tested and, I'm not going to get it and all that. Whatever the reason is, there is a large anti-vax movement here. So what all of these little incentives is to try to help promote getting the vaccine. So look, if you get the vaccine, you get a free burger from White Castle. You get a free this, you get a free that, whatever it is. They're trying to help push more people to get the vaccine.
Right. Yeah, I believe it's a marketing tool. I think they could care less if you get vaccinated. Although, on the other hand, the more people that get vaccinated, the more they're able to open up their business, the more people that can attend and spend more money. What I'm more interested in at this point is the debate over White Castle. Short Sai visited from England a few years ago, tried them in Minnesota, found them lovely. We can buy them in Walmart here in Canada. You can get them frozen. They're not as good as fresh, but I always tell my wife to pick them up. There's nothing like watching a sporting event or something and munching down the White Castle.
Can I tell you that there have been countless nights where I have been hammered and I'm driving, and I shouldn't be, but I've been driving home, and you got to stop at the White Castle because at a certain point, all you crave is grease.
Yeah.
So White Castle really hits the spot. So you're driving home, you stop at the White Castle, you get a crave case, you eat as many as you can, you pass out, and you wake up the next morning, you see White Castle wrappers all around your house, however many left over in the case, and you have a nice breakfast of leftover fucking White Castle, and that helps you get over your hangover.
Jason has never tried them. I don't think you'll like them because you like Domino's. Short Sai. The mini sliders, it's like Big B said. I remember being in concerts in the States because for some reason they've never opened here in Canada. And one of the things I dearly miss about Michigan, we used to go visit Melissa's grandma in the States, and we'd always stop at White Castle. It's just it's not a prime rib dinner. It's not Red Lobster. It's nothing. It's just I can't explain it to you until you try it.
It's one of those things where on a normal night, it's not something you crave. Like people will go to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, whatever it is. White Castle isn't the top of mind. But when you're out when you've been out drinking all night, White Castle is one of the only things that are open. And like I said, when you've been drinking, you crave this grease, and the grease helps you cope with the hangover. Yeah. White Castle is the first place you go to. You get that crave case, and you're chowing down on those cheeseburgers, and they go down 1, 2, 3 because they're small, sliders, and they help you get through the hangover.
I want you to also write down the last portion of this comment. I don't get the desire to eat White Castle, especially drunk. That's like wanting to go home with Rosie O'Donnell after a bender. Rosie O'Donnell after a bender. I like it. All right, to each their own.
You have to, Matt. You have to understand. I don't know. I don't know how
Bob's over there.
I don't know how many White Castles Matt has over in Upper Sandusky, Ohio, but here in New York, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, because the bars stay open that late. There are very few options. You either go to a diner and you're going to wind up getting a greasy burger or fucking fries and gravy, or you're going to go to White Castle and get a crave case. Those are basically your only two options. So White Castle has become a staple of the drunkard Saturday night, Sunday morning, and it's cheap. Yeah, exactly. You get a crave case for $10. You got like 20 burgers. It's cheap. It's grease. It satisfies your need at the time, and it helps you get through the hangover. I could, as much as I've drank tonight, I can go for some fucking White Castle right now. I'll tell you.
Oh, Jesus. Could you get that on that diner app you have?
No, White Castle is not on Grubhub. I've looked.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's for dinner after the show because my wife's been down here and
she left. Where'd she go?
I'm sure she originally went to pee and then said, it's getting boring now. They're talking about White Castle.
No, we need her to come back.
She may come back, but we're wrapping up to the end of the show anyway.
But if she's listening, come down real quick and tell us what's for dinner after, or what's for a snack after the show.
Or at least tell us in chat here. Maybe she went to pass out. She was like more energetic than she's ever been.
She was having a lot of fun.
Did you know that there was a cult leader found mummified, wrapped in Christmas lights in Colorado?
Probably.
I just thought I'd read that line. I don't want to get into the story. She's buying Blue Mountain pottery, says Jason Scott.
I want Blue Mountain pottery. Somebody send me some fucking Blue Mountain pottery.
What's her birthday dinner? I have no idea, Shorts. I have to end the show before I can deal with that stuff. Totino's for you boys. I don't know what Totino's is. Do you?
Totino's isn't that like a fucking pizza rolls? Those fucking little mini frozen pizza rolls. I don't like when I'm drinking. I don't want to get pizza rolls. I want fucking immediate grease coming out of a burger, some cheese, something. Something. I don't want sauce. I want cheese and meat.
Yeah, and bread, carbs.
Yeah, for sure.
Resin garbage pizza and pizza rolls.
Yeah, I guess that's what like I said, the pizza rolls. Yeah.
White Castle is above that. Now, mind you, if you buy them frozen, they're not as good. But if you buy them fresh, normally you're in a neighborhood that is predominantly ghetto. You're risking your life by walking into the White Castle. However, you just grab your snack pack and safely retire to your car, lock the doors, and proceed to try to get to a better part of town where perhaps there is a Bob Evans.
And let me preface this. That is the Canadian experience. In New York, when you're at White Castle at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, everybody's hammered. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody gets along. You're getting a crave case. So's the person next to you. You're fucking high-fiving because, hey, we're both going to eat crave cases. And everybody has a good time.
Not in open carry state?
No, we are not.
Okay. Because, us going to Michigan is
by the way.
Oh, yeah, you didn't explain that yet. That'll be our closing for the show.
New York is not an open carry state.
When he went, it's very worrisome over there. You get some. I'm not going to play any race cards, but there's fried chicken and watermelon and White Castle kind of goes hand in hand. Let's put it that way. There ain't no hockey rinks. It's usually basketball nets that are around there. Anywho, you were going to tell me about your newest weapon.
We are going late, so my newest weapon is this is a pepper spray gun.
Let's bring this up here.
So what
you
this
do
is
that on a 3D printer, or
I did not. So I have pepper spray. This one right here is practice. This one is the real thing. You pop this
let's
open.
Let's play Russian roulette pepper spray. Point it at your head.
So you take the pepper spray, you put it in here, you close it. This is a safety right here. You push this in when you're holding it, and you fire, and then the pepper spray will go out. So anybody that has followed the show knows that I've collected weapons from Wish. I have the stun gun and all of this.
I'm not going to deal with a real modern arms dealer. I get my weapons from Wish.
So this was, I was scrolling through Facebook, and this popped up from some sporting goods store in the Midwest. And it was like, pepper spray gun, whatever, however much it was, get it now. So I'm very curious because the laws are so strict here in New York that, a lot of these things are illegal and can't be shipped here. But I always try. I said, fuck it. Why not? So I put in, I bought it. I went through PayPal and put it in, and they shipped it to me. Surprisingly enough, I still don't think this is legal here in New York, but I have one now. So I have the safety here. You put your hand on it and you fire. And pepper spray will go to wherever the assailant is, and you will be free.
So I have a question.
Sure.
You're 3:00 in the morning at the White Castle. Everyone's high-fiving each other. You're dancing. Everyone's singing "Bong Along a Bing Bong" like you're in a Grease musical. What the fuck would you need that for?
Well, this is not for the White Castle adventure. This is for anything else, because we live in let me just say that. I live in a liberal city and state where Democrats have emboldened criminals, where bail reform has let criminals loose. They get arrested, they face a judge, and they go loose without bail. And there is a homeless shelter for men that is right, a few blocks away from me, that is filled with drug abuse and crime. Crime rate has skyrocketed in this city. So this is for protection. This isn't for the White Castle adventure where we're all getting along and drinking and eating burgers. This is for everything else that liberals and Democrats have caused.
But wouldn't you be better off with a shotgun?
I would, but it's almost impossible to get a real actual gun here in New York City.
Okay. So you've settled for a bear pepper spray or bear spray.
Yeah, this is a pepper spray. So I have two. This is the actual one, and this is practice spray. So it's
just
not.
Make sure you load the right one.
Right. Well, this is just for practice, and they give me. I'm going to show you real quick.
Why don't
here.
you, just for shits and giggles, why don't you spray yourself with the practice one?
No, that's not going to happen.
Let's do a skit.
That maybe another time, not tonight. This is the target that they give me for practice, so I can load the practice canister and.
And you bought this from who? Antifa?
It's a sporting goods store out in the Midwest.
Okay. All right. And what exactly is that? It just blinds the guy, and he's going to.
It's pepper spray. You're right. Right. So, picture putting hot sauce in your eyes. So what this is?
See a YouTube video of the practice shot.
I could figure it out. I may scare my neighbors, but that is possible.
Coach J wants me to buy Melissa pizza. That would be a BUY. Anyway, yeah. Well, buy is like bye. I've had enough of you tonight.
Oh, gotcha.
Just like an adult movie, Big B, aim for the eyes.
There you go.
God, this chat is rolling tonight. I do that for fun. I need to come around when I need to cook a curry.
I'm telling you, I gotta talk to Short Side separately. Me and him would get along great, I think.
I think he's a fucking animal.
I love Short Side.
Absolute animal. Anyway, folks, we have gone off without a hitch tonight, and that is awesome. We're very proud. You had Big B drinking like crazy. But we do have to come up with a name for the show. I have written nothing down, Big B, because I have been madly following the chat, operating the things. Let me get a sip here before I start to rate. Oh, Lord. It's been a great show, though, folks. Remember, Endless Summer Beach Party, send us an email, a personal message. We're looking for guests. You don't have to be a superstar. You just have to come on and talk nonsense with us like we do with each other every week. And we'd love to have each and every one of you featured throughout the summer. And we have already the man of 1,000 voices, Matt Vanderpool, coming on, of course. We have Jason and Amanda squaring off in the choo-choo-choo.
Oh,
the Choo Choo Mania Memorial Tournament. Peanut butter whiskey and White Castle, Matt says. Folks, if you have, is that your vote, Matt? If you have a name for the show, throw it out there. I'm going to write it down. Peanut butter whiskey and White Castle. Anybody else out there? What would you name the show tonight? Something's awesome. That's an awesome combo.
I would like to acknowledge Short Side says, I'm drinking like a fucking hero.
You are. I'm writing down that's an awesome combo because it might just sound good in the show notes.
Sure.
Anybody else? Amanda, Jason, Coach Jay, Melissa, anybody that's out there, it's your chance to name the show. You can throw them out there still. I'm going to go over to Big B. He has 6.
8.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm going to get a boycott Kenya. Hang on, I'm going to get writer's cramp. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 1.
I'll start off with the one that's far too long, but still funny. That's like waiting to go home with Rosie O'Donnell after a binder.
I thought it was in a blender.
No, in a blender. That doesn't
it's like sense. Waiting to go home with Rosie. I might make it to the show notes.
Yeah, I figure that's a show note type thing.
After a binder?
Binder, yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now I'll go down the list. Of course, starting off with Vile and Awful.
That was good. Remember, we're going to need you to vote, folks.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Normal is drinking Screwball from the bottle.
Hang on. Okay.
Jason Scott's Ducks.
Jason Scott's Ducks. Okay.
Cold Ethel.
Yeah.
Bodies Among the Beans.
There's a better one than that. Yeah.
Okay. And then my two in the finals, I will say Blue Mountain Sex Dolls.
Yeah.
And Corpses in the Carrots.
That's my favorite. All right, folks. So we're going to need your help. We're going to need some voting. If you're still in there and you'd like to vote, I'm going to narrow this list down. I think Vile and Awful we can keep. Blue Mountain Sex Dolls.
Yep.
Corpses in the Carrots.
Yep.
And Cold Ethel.
Okay.
All right. So you got Vile and Awful, because this has to be a show title, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, you got some of these may make it to the show notes, but we need a title and we need your help. Number 1, Vile and Awful. Number 2, Cold Ethel. Number 3, Blue Mountain Sex Dolls. And number 4, Corpses in the Carrots. We have 1 vote for Blue Mountain Sex Dolls. Keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to stick with you for about another 30 seconds or so. Come on, Amanda. Come on, Jason. What do you got? Short sigh. You got Vile and Awful, Cold Ethel, Blue Mountain Sex Dolls, and Corpses in the Carrots. The only vote we have so far is Blue Mountain. Short sigh says Corpses in the Carrots. We have a tie. Come on, Amanda and Jason, stop fighting. Melissa, I don't know where you are. Coach Jay, all these people that were out there.
Amanda says Blue Mountain Sex Dolls.
Blue Mountain Sex Dolls has 2 votes. Of course, you and I get a vote. One last try for Jason or Melissa or Coach Jay. I'm going to take a sip of a beer and give them a minute. This has been a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We are so glad that this thing actually worked. Melissa could be sleeping by now.
You think she's asleep right now?
I have no idea. How are you so involved in a show and then you disappear unless there's something she had to go watch? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Or maybe she ordered a Blue Mountain Sex Doll.
I'm waiting for Blue Mountain Pottery to arrive at my house.
Oh, Blue Mountain Sex Doll gets another one from Jason Scott. So you and I can either cause a tie. We have right now 3 votes for Blue Mountain Sex Dolls. We have 1 vote for Corpses in the Carrots. You and I, Matt has missed us. Looking forward. We have to name the show here real quick. What do you think? I love them both. One will.
I like them both as well.
We should go with the audience because we missed them for so long.
I agree, and I'm more leaning towards Blue Mountain Sex Dolls.
All right. Corpses and the Carrots will definitely make the show notes. I guarantee it, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, we're looking forward to the summer too. We miss you guys. You're always a blast. And we're just ecstatic to be live again and having so much fun with our audience. All right, Blue Mountain Sex Dolls it is, Big B. Both my hit is C, so thank you. No, it's not his C. There is no such thing here.
I love Short Sigh, and we
amazing.
must connect.
I love everyone. I can't tell you how ecstatic I am that we were actually live.
Oh, it's great that it finally worked.
Yeah, and poor you, you had me in a ball of nerves, hoping that it would happen. But anything else, or we'll see him next week.
I'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
Cave Crew Radio. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and cavecrewradio.com. And always on demand, wherever podcasts are found. Search Cave Crew Radio.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Basically, all I've done is keep my promise.